Yo, what's poppin' people guys, Jack here, and today I have a brand new video on my channel to share with you guys, and it's probably my most insane video to date. If you haven't captured by the title, I actually managed to beat a former top 100 player, and the reason I say former is because I'm not too sure if he's got it on FIFA 18, but I know he's a consistent like Elite 1 player, you know what I mean boys, so he can get Elite 1. And I think in FIFA 17 he's got top 100 a few times. And yeah, basically it's how I beat a player who is considerably better in every factor at FIFA than me. So, for example, to put it into perspective of how hard it was for me to beat this guy, I am a gold 3 to gold 2 player. This guy is an elite 1 to top 100 player, boys. And obviously, what that means is I beat a player who was considerably better than me at the game. And not just beat him, I mean stat-wise, it wasn't in his favour necessarily. I don't think I said that right, but stats were like bang on equal. You could not get any more equal than the stats. I think we both had like 5 shots and 4 on target. Now, if you have any doubts that this is, you know, an elite 1 to a top 100 player, just check out his gamer tag. So when he's passing the ball, Bomber Papa, BOMBER PAPA. I'll whack a screenshot, bang, right there on the screen for you guys so you can see it. Top 158, I believe. I'm not looking at the screenshot right now. In fact, lads, I'll pull that up for you guys right now. Obviously, it's the gameplay you can see in the background, as I think I score a nice little goal there with Hazard. And as you can see, I want the gameplay in the background while I'm speaking, and I'm going to show you guys at the end the goals and how I sort of exploited some of his poor defensive choices and things like that, or some of his mistakes. I wouldn't say choices, but yeah, 156 is what he got in October, so that means he's top 156 in the world. And then in January, which is this month, he is 175th right now, I believe, boys. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I know he gets Elite 1 monthly consistently, boys, because I've checked on his FUT Champs leaderboard. And I'm sure you can go and do that if you really want to. I mean, I've got the proof here, but if you want to go check him out, that's his gamer tag, BOMBER PAPA. So, yeah, that's all the proof that I need to show you guys that I'm actually playing the guy. And I just want to have a little chat to you guys about the gameplay. Because, obviously, you boys may have clicked on this video because you want to get better at FIFA, or maybe you want to potentially even get good enough for top 100 or elite tier player, maybe. But, yeah, so I'm just going to run you through this corner thing that I tend to do when I'm playing very good players, where I'd normally sort of run my man out from the corner and pass it to the second man. It's not worth doing when you're playing someone who is considerably good at FIFA, because for them, it's something they're used to and something they need to be able to counter to be a pro FIFA player. So I say whenever you have a corner, just whip the ball in. It's going to be giving you your best chance of scoring against your player who you are playing against. Sorry about that. Do you know what? I'm just going to leave that in because I don't really want too many cuts and stuff in this video, because I want it to be like the raw footage and things like that. But yeah, that's the corner tactic I go with, boys. Did that really just happen? But yeah, boys, as you can see on the screen right now, this is taken off of my Xbox clips. Obviously, there's my gamer tag down there, XXXJack with 2 A's space 2. This is obviously my clips I'm on right now. I don't know why it says 27 minutes ago, because I played this guy last night. I think it's because I've left my Xbox on. But that was the first sort of clip, because you can only record like 5 minutes at a time with Xbox. And I'm going to show you guys his team at the end and everything as well, and the custom tactics I use and everything like that. But the reason I started recording it like 15 minutes into the game is because it just took me out of nowhere. I saw his gamer tag, and it sort of reminded me of something, and I couldn't remember what, so I decided, hey, I'm just going to... you know, I'm just going to look it up on the FUTWiz leaderboards, and then I saw the guy is capable of getting top 100, so I was like, damn. But, yeah, right now, let me just show you guys. One of the clips didn't actually save. So what I'm actually going into right now is the sort of post-match analysis of the game and how I managed to beat him. I believe I beat him 4-3 in the end, boys, or it might have been 3-2. But basically, I never let the guy go in front of me. And that's key, guys. That is absolutely key. You cannot let, if you're playing a good player or something, do not let them go ahead, because they're only going to expand their lead. You need to keep them very attackive, and you need to play very defensive and take them on the counter-attack. That's the one sort of thing, one sort of key piece of advice that I would give you boys. And if you're a goal ahead, don't rush. You don't need to score another goal when you're a goal ahead. You know what I mean, boys? It's simple as that, really. But right now, I think this is my first goal, potentially my second goal. Basically, he I think switched to his Boateng, and which is why he stopped mid-turn. And then doing that let me exploit Hazard, who was open, which I did do to go 1-0 up. But then a very quick reply from his Thierry Henry. This is obviously all post-match, so I can show you guys the angles and things like that. I made a mistake here. See, this is what I mean, guys. When I was playing a top 100 player, the pressure does get to you, and you sort of end up making a silly mistake. And this is what I advise you guys, obviously, not to do, and it's not something you can help. But I was very frustrated at that, because I did, you know, give away a goal, essentially. So right here, I had the ball with Hazard. I passed it through to Luis Suarez. I saw Messi making that run instantly, and the guy hits the post. So I feel like I got unlucky every now and then in this game. But yeah, here's the next goal I scored with Hazard. He switched to his Alaba and obviously clicked B, thinking I was going to, you know, run in Alaba's direction. I didn't. I passed it, and then it allowed me to get the goal. Right here, brilliant play from him. I mean, when you actually play a top 100 player in the game, some of the passes and things they make are ridiculous. So not even a top 100, just to like an Elite 1 or something. But there was my third goal, I believe, to take it to 3-2 to me, which I believe he did respond to. One mistake I made here, I don't know if this was necessarily a mistake, but obviously you saw that Boateng, it sort of went through his legs. He obviously did miss it in the end, and that was how that game finished. This was the team he was rocking, you know, Lozano, Matthias, and Thierry Henry and all that. It was just it was pretty crazy, to be honest, guys. The fact that I did manage to beat this guy, there you go, there's proof of his game attack and things like that. But it shocked me, and as you can see by them stats there, 5 shots and 4 on target to both of us. I mean, it was a fair and equal game. I think I had 2 more possession or 4 more, depending on whatever way you look at it. But yeah, as you can see, I was 12 and 4 at that point in the weekend league. This is the actual team that I was running with for it, and I switched to the 4-2-3-1 in game. Inform Suarez, Messi, Hazard, then like Bakayoko, Vieira. The whole team is brilliant. I'll show you guys the stats here. Look at the stats on Luis Suarez when we get to him as well. 19 games played, 27 goals and 18 assists. The guy is an absolute monster. So for any of you guys that are interested, these are the custom tactics I use. I dropped the pressure to 40 and only put up the speed by 5. I was watching a video of some advice to take, and it was actually to try just basic custom tactics, because no matter what, if they're going to be the basic custom tactics, there's going to be a nice level of balance, you know what I mean, on these custom tactics, and that's my outlook on that. I don't do anything with the player instructions when I get into the game. I just switch to the 4-2-3-1 with Vieira and Bakayoko at the CDMs, and then Hazard right cam, the central cam, I think I go with my Paul Pogba. And then on the left cam, I go with Messi, obviously, because the driven shots from Hazard and Messi are lethal. And then Luis Suarez up top, who's the most clinical player I have actually used on this FIFA, boys. But I do believe this is the rest of the gameplay. And I'm not going to show you guys the whole gameplay of the game. If you guys do want to see that, then I guess I'll upload it. But this is from, I believe, the 59th minute, if it loads. We're just waiting for this to load, but I think it is from the 59th minute to the 90th, which is quite interesting. But one thing I do want to show you guys is when I go into the lead, how I actually see the game out, and not just how I sort of, not just my play style, but how I sort of see the game out and how I try to play a bit of keep ball. You saw by the possession, I wasn't playing keep ball, boys, but you know what I mean, to a certain extent, you have to fight to keep the ball when you're playing a top 100 player, boys. So what I'm actually going to do for you guys right now is go and skip to like the 80th, maybe the 100th minute. Sorry about my green screen as well, boys, it's a bit crinkly. I'll fix that for the next video. But I'm going to skip to sort of like the 80th, maybe 70th minute, and we'll watch the last like 20 minutes of gameplay, and I'll show you guys how, how I managed to sort of keep the lead and prevent goals from going in my own net. I sort of took a break to show you guys that he's playing Lozano at centre mid, which was interesting. What you do need to notice about his team, it's very attacking. Even players like Matthias, who are, CDM based players, I suppose you could say. I'm just going to take a quick break and say, at this point, I put cut passing lanes and stay back while attacking. I wanted my CDMs to full on stay back because I didn't want to be conceding a late goal because I knew I'd bottle it after that, boys. But yeah, one thing you need to notice about his team, it is attacking as hell, boys. He's playing Ervin Lozano at centre mid. I'm not sure if that's a mistake or not, but I don't think he would make a mistake. Do you know what I mean? You don't normally make a mistake when doing things like that. You normally know your team pretty well, boys. And yeah, he was playing Ervin Lozano at centre mid, and I thought that was very, very interesting. So it was something I decided to exploit. You know what I mean? I think the guy started 4-2-3, 4-3-1. No, what's the one with the right forward and left forward? 4-3-2-1. But and then he switched to obviously the 4-1-2-1-2 narrowing game. At this point, it was the 82nd minute, and you saw it. I don't know, man. It was interesting. It was almost like, and I wouldn't expect it from a good caliber player. You can sort of see he's desperate. Like, he is pushing for that goal madly, and he's making silly passes and things like that. I think this must be a one-off game, and I caught him a bit off guard because obviously the rank prediction would have been like Elite 3 or something, or Elite 2. So he wasn't obviously expecting to get the best players. So I think a game against someone with a different style of play really did catch him off guard, and that was the reason why he was sort of panicking from the 85th to push for that last goal, because he knew that I was playing very well defensively and not really letting him break down my defence. At this point, I could have managed that attack better and gone 4-2 up, which could have cost me, if he scored again. But unfortunately, he didn't. What you need to notice, I was playing there and sort of, I was playing it up the field, don't get me wrong, but and I was pushing for that goal because I was scared of the 90th minute. Like, who isn't? You know what I mean? But I was tracking him very well, and he still made that pass, and he couldn't do it. Played it to Pogba. At this point, I was trying to keep the ball up the field because I knew that if he got the ball back too early, then he'd be able to counter and potentially score. So I sort of held it around this area, as you can see here. Very nice pass and play. I think I play it, yeah. There we go. And then I try and get like a shot off because I know that would signal the end of the game. But I couldn't, I don't think. I probably should have just took a long shot with Pogba there. And as you can see, that I'm just keeping it with Hazard. And then I lose the ball here, but it's like, it's okay because it's going to be the end of the game. And in fact, guys, it was. And that was me beating a top 100/Elite 1 player. Don't get me wrong, he doesn't get top 100 every week. It would be a different game if I was playing a consistent top 100 player, like one of the players, like, Tass, or one of the hashtag pros, or a pro player, I suppose you could say. But this guy is capable of getting top 100, and that means a lot, the fact that I managed to beat him, you know what I mean? So these were the endgame stats. You've already seen it and everything like that, but I don't think there's anything else to go around, but this is how I beat the top 100 player, or the pro player. You know what I mean, Elite 1, whatever. That's how I beat him, and I suggest you guys maybe, use some of these sort of tactics and things that I have talked to you about. One thing is keep calm, don't rush your play, and just stay collected, you know what I mean? I suppose that's all I can really say. But thank you guys for watching. This has been Manimac, and subscribe. We're going for 1,000 subs. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.